Hello and welcome, PocketWatch here, and it's about time for another episode of IO. Welcome YouTube, welcome chat, welcome stream. So yeah, let's go. Let's continue the next road. We finished C road. I did a little, like before this episode recording, I did on stream a little bit of like chart thing, like timelines, trying to figure out what is like who is going when and stuff, but it looks bad, so I'm not going to like actually cover this in this episode. Maybe later when I get more info. I didn't really prepare for this or anything, so that was like just, I don't know, mishmash of everything. So yeah, anyway, today we are going to start a new road. It's going to be Road D, which is, seems like to be Road of Hinata. Also, yeah, what was also mentioned on stream, the what Hinata saw in his dream, that was like sprite for Ishtar B, basically. That was not he and Ishtar C, that was he and Ishtar B, which is kind of confusing. Why and how this happened, but... Well, that's someone. A man with great strength. Let's go. Let's see what are we going to deal with this time. Can be more confusing than C. Okay, we instantly go to the opening. Oh, we're underwater again. Great. Everyone's underwater. Road C as well. I slowly sink. My entire body is suffused in the inky black darkness. Oh... That vicious darkness coils itself around me. It's suffocating, I can't breathe. Isn't it exactly the same how Ishtar, like, as the Sea Road started? I think it is the same. The cold surrounding really bleed me of any body heat I have left. It's at night right now. When I try to open my mouth, I salty fluids in. No air, I'm underwater. When I realize that, shivers rapidly shake me like a leaf in the wind. My screams are choked to silence in my throat. My voice has been sealed. My brain screams for oxygen, finding none. My field of vision begins to be stained a deep crimson color. The pain worsens with each moment. If I don't do something, then I will... Suddenly I notice a light faintly flickering overhead. Light from the distant skies. I will aim for it. For her sake, I will survive until the bitter end. Yeah, thinking about Mutsuki. A single spark. My resolve flows from my body like the electric shock, and my limbs start to move on their own. I forcefully push aside the syrupy liquid and rise towards the surface inch by inch. But the darkness around me spreads. The light above me is slowly being swallowed up. The red dot that dominates my vision grows even deeper. Is this someone's blood? Mine or Ward's, the skies, or perhaps... No, I won't die. I'll be damned if I die. Only the thought gives me strength to fight my way up. But I gradually begin to lose my senses. Just a little more. My fingertips are just a hair breadth away from the breaking the surface. This can be. Gravity disappears. My sense of up and down disappears. I'm thrown from the watery world in the skies. Am I flying or falling? What the hell is this place? This bloodstained moon, this total lunar eclipse, is the only thing that fills my field of vision. Is it? It's as if the entire world and my senses exists only to serve that spectacle. Where is this place? And who am I? All my knowledge escapes me. I'm lacking that which is known as self, as if I'd been born tabula rasa. Although I attempt to hold them, my memory slowly seep from my fingers, as my brain had short-circuited. As if they were sand, as if they were water, as if they were tears, as if they were blood. When and where was I born? How did I grow up? Interesting, so he have, like, lost memories? At some point? I don't even have any sensation of a physical body, nor can I even remember my name. Having lost my substance, I'm thrown out into the space merely shadow among the stars. I have almost nothing left, Just one thing I know is true and that I can believe in. Her voice, her plea to save me, screamed from the bottom of my heart. That voice reverberates for me. It's the only thing that gives me meaning. That's right, I have to save her. That's why I'm here doing this. No, wait, impossible. Do I now exist? What a weird question. Okay. Okay, so first of all, like, both of them starts with, like... Okay, and we have, like, this time... shenanigans. Oh, and we are starting where basically ended C-Road. Interesting. So, anyway, I wanted to say that C-Road and D-Road seems to start very similar about them being underwater, right? So what if the beginning is like them being alive but having like some kind of like near-death, basically delusions or something, whatever. Like basically, what if like the real bodies were like put in some kind of like chamber like Mutsuki here, right? Like they're like underwater, like literally like they woke up or something. And that's why we have these bubbles and stuff. And they connect to net because of this. Or something. Just random thought. Like maybe they got actually into these tubs as well, like in the future, later. When I come to a pod field, the transparent liquid is before my eyes. She is lying down in there as if she's sleeping. Finally, I finally arrived. Okay. Oh, we're actually going to see inside. Okay. All I need to do is get her out of there. Then I can save everything. Save everything as what? This is very interesting. Like, Hinata actually wanted to save Mutsuki because, like, his sister, but he's like, here, I can save everything if I get her. Also, seems like he doesn't know that she's going to die if she's out of the pod. Emily said that she's going to die, right? If she's out. So technically, he letting her go out of this pod, killing her. He is a hero after all. Yeah, I guess. I guess. But yeah, like, seems like he involuntarily basically killed Mutsuki's body. He didn't know that she's going to die if she's out. I think this is the future that we want to avoid in C-Road, basically. Like, make him not killing his sister, basically. By taking her out. We need to find another way to make her, to save her from whatever is happening. I came here for that purpose. I'm here for that sole purpose. Jesus. It can't be. The tips of my outstretched fingers have been dyed red from the liquid in the pod. Oh, there's blood in that pod? She's so very light. The heat from her limp arms and crumbled body quickly dissipates in the water around her. Her vitality drains quickly from her small body. Yeah, okay, so we're going to have the CG with him basically crying out. Okay, we're going to have this one CG. I didn't make it in time. I couldn't save her. I finally lost my hope. Oh, it's actually from this perspective. Okay. This is from this perspective. We had like, this is Ishtar. This is Yumi. This is Ishtar C. Wait, so she is like cut and stuff. Or is it not her blood? Huh. It might be because its connection to the pod had been cut, but the network goes haywire. The nearby monitors are spitting out meaningless letters and pictures one after another, and the sky. I gaze at the blood-splattered full moon, high in the skies. The red that's spreading all over the floor, the color that's infected the pod, the color of life. A deep crimson color begins to pervade the reality known as now. Below the pulsating sky, I feebly fall to my knees. This is wrong. This isn't possible. Something is definitely wrong. My cognizance The fuck is cognizance? The fuck does that mean? It's like conscious? Rejects the situation before my eyes. Why did this have to happen? I still haven't done anything, and yet. The only thing keeping me sane now is the pain the steeled earth has inflicted upon my clenched, grating fists. In an instant, the whipping sorrow that rushes out from within my chest grows too large and transforms into something else. The floor makes a tortured sound and creaks into pieces. Why it creaks into pieces? Is this like whole thing exploding or something? Oh, did they die in an explosion? Is the crimson liquid gushing from between cracks lava? Or is it precious blood the ground is shedding? The blood from my fist has already mixed with that of the ward. The crack on the ground is the scar of my soul. That moment I realized it. I wasn't the one who was wrong. The world was wrong. I must reform it. Such a misled world must not exist. I won't accept this kind of world. You have crusade against the world, okay? That's right. It should be destroyed, it should vanish. Holy shit. My despair fills even the farthest corners of the world to the brim. The sky bursts open and crumbles down like the crackled grass. Fragments rain down endlessly, spelling the end of the world at this very minute. Okay. Ha ha ha. Chaser. For some reason, yeah, whatever it means, something's exploding. And they all die. Again. For some reason, my mind has gotten used to the loss of any sense of direction. It's similar to a swirling sensation brought on by the anemia. To use an example, I feel like a bird caught up in a hurricane, or a fish swallowed by the whirlpool. The moment that I look up to see is a shining white in the middle of the sky, as if nothing happened. The blood is nowhere to be found, not in the sky nor on the ground. It's even completely vanished from my fists, not a single trace left. Where am I? What happened to the shattered sky? What about the pod she was in? Okay, I think like... okay. It doesn't make sense. I thought like... he died? When like in that like I assume explosion was like happening or something, like lab was getting destroyed, whatever. And then like his conscious stopped basically because he died, and he woke up in his shadow in the digital world. And he still remembers like the real world. That's why he's confused. Like, he's remembering shattering sky and stuff, but it's like future for him. Hard to explain. And what about her, whom I was holding in my arms just a moment ago? I can't understand what's going on. All that's certain is the fact that I'm all alone now, and sadness and comfortable weight have disappeared from my arms. The world should be broken from that rage it's poured on me. Was that a dream, an illusion? Just what was I doing up until now? Yet I stagger here, lost in a stupor from being unable to endure the despair of my failure to save her. And on my right wrist is the aptly named Moon's Age from Alpha Corp, a chronograph that also displays the Moon Age. Alpha Corp, that's new? Famous for developing... oh, okay. So they're just like... doing smartwatches. Can function in both absolute void of space and extreme pressure of the dark depths of the sea. Uh-huh. Oh, wait! Is Mutski underwater in like sea or something? That's why we had like these bubbles. So they were like drowning in road C and B and D. And also like Shattering Sky was maybe like a glass capsule basically. It got shattered under the water pressure or something. I don't know. So on the moon. It's ever 17. Yeah. Also in the CG when like it shattered, we saw the moon in that CG in the background. So like Mutski is not on the moon, it seems. Like this is some facility that's on Earth actually. Since when did this watch starts making the passage of time? The me that I don't remember. Does he know about this watch? The date on the watch shows that it's now April, it's spring. But this is completely meaningless information to me. This reality doesn't feel real at all. It feels so cold that it's almost like the world being frozen over. The final season of Death and Sleep. Is it really not winter now? Well, whatever. Either way, it doesn't matter. It's too late anyway. She has been lost for all eternity. The loss painfully grows a hole through the inside of my chest, with fiery blazing black liquid now filling it up. Wonder if like this is actually future, or like I said, this is just consciousness from future being in the past shadow or something. And he just think that that stuff just happened. Which in reality for him, it didn't happen yet. It happened for the other he that died. Yes. The name of the boiling, simmering liquid is vengeance. I can never forgive the one who took her from me. I will chase him even to the pits of hell. I will hunt him down and kill him. No one who gets in my way will be spared my judgment. Okay. Both my hands have steel guns in them, prepped and ready to go. In my right hand is then a Desert Eagle. My left hand is cold. Okay. Oddly enough, my hands have grown accustomed to their profound weight. There's no doubt that I've used these guns frequently. If I have these, then I will find anyone who opposes me. I'll accomplish my goal, even if it means going alone. I take a step forward into the night and all-consuming darkness, illuminated only by the black flame I carry in my heart. My mind is possessed by the cold joy characteristic of a hunter. So, seems like whatever events happened and whatever conscious is this in the digital world, because this is clearly once again like in the C world, like some kind of like digitized world that he can travel through. Like he lost basically most of his memories, it seems. Maybe that's why he fights against criminal in Road B in the cyberspace. Because he don't remember that he's been like working with Yumi basically in the future. And he have just one goal in mind. So he wants to connect to himself from the past. Anyway. Wait for me, I'm coming to perform your last rites. On the other hand, it looks like it's going to the future actually. But this is weird. Like, if this is going to the future, then that's really weird. Is this really Tokyo? The scenery certainly matches the one in my memories, but the feel of the atmosphere, the scent in the air, the eyes of the people, the sound of their voices, they're all completely different. There's a fly buzzing near me. No, it's a bug, it's a mosquito, I hate this sound. I pick up the bug, resting on the ground. The microscopic piece of metal shines in the neon lights. As I thought, a small drone equipped with the audiovisual sensors. I think we had these in one road. They fly. Oh yeah, yeah, in the sea road. Ishtar also recognized them. But she ignored them. The fact that it was flying around me makes me sick. Was it spying on me? Or was its purpose to stand watch over the city? Either way, why is the feel of this place so much different than before? Is it because of the rain? It seems like it's always raining in the city. Humans stretch about their daily lives, even amongst all that. Even though it's late at night, children are laughing and running. Sly women, however, hover around the street, waiting to use their vulpurous bodies to cheat simple-minded men out of a certain something. Right then? Okay, hello? Sea Road Ishtar? Okay, so they work separately. So he, from her perspective, is different? Okay. Anyway, they met here. A lone street girl wearing what looks like a bondage clothing approaches me. Okay, sure. She has a way about her that any man would find at least moderately attractive. But I have something that I must do. I don't have time to play with women and children. Yeah? What? Okay, so this is actually happening at the same time as Road C. Okay. So we may have actually the scene when Ishtar was like in bed with he and told him to stop because Enlil is dead. Interesting. So their separate minds travel through the same space. But they're not like traveling together, basically. Huh. Just who is this woman? Does she know my objective? Interesting. Aww. Sad Ishtar. I mean, Sad Yumi. I don't know how to call her. Her heterochromic eyes are begging me. Is she telling me to give up my mission of revenge? If she tries to follow me around any further, then I will eliminate her. Okay. Reflex takes over. The guns in my hands target her. If this woman is afraid, she does not show a single trace of it. Why? As I regain control of my senses, I realize why. My guns have disappeared from my hands. They stayed in their holsters unsheathed. Okay. I quickly take them out, but it's 1 second too late. Just what's going on with me? If the one before my eyes were an assassin, then I probably would have been reduced to a Swiss cheese a long time ago. Okay. What? Okay, yeah, doesn't have no... Yeah, okay, so we have like the same like mental block as Yumi had. You don't remember when he became he, basically. Interesting. He. It's the second time she said it, my name is he. But isn't he a first person pronoun? Just what is this existence known as me? Oh. Flashbacks? Fragments of an image appear in my mind. In it lies the face of the woman in front of me. Do I know her? I have no clue as to who she could be. Even though I feel I should remember her, I don't. Now that I think about it, I also ended up in a different place earlier without my knowledge or will as well. It seems my memories have been damaged somehow, yeah. Perhaps that's what's randomly triggered that flashback or my unexpected loss of consciousness. If that's the case, That poses a serious problem. If I'm attacked by enemy, when I lose consciousness, it would be easy to kill me. I might need a reliable partner, someone like this woman. Okay, this is... Not sure what to make out of this yet. Like, it's happening at in the same world, basically. So if we assume it's the world inside this, like, digital data down, like, in the ball, I have no other place to put them for now, so I will just put them inside the ball. If this is that world... Convenient woman. Like Chiaki from White Album. Okay. What can I trust her? I've got to think carefully. In the first place, is this reality? How can I be sure that this isn't a dream? Or possibly a virtual world? If this is a dream, then it's reasonable to assume that my memories of the past could be warped, so that I would recognize her as the acquaintance of mine, even if she actually wasn't. If this is the virtual world, then it's possible that someone is falsifying my memories and environmental data around me. But if this is a reality, then I'm running out of time. I've got to make my move. Okay. I mean, I get it. I don't know. Okay. Wait. What she said? Why we have ask or keep quiet? What should I ask her? What do you mean? Like, I'm going to ask her if this is real world or not? Or keep quiet and listen? Just faster, it's covering the real gameplay. Yumi grew a lot. I don't really understand this choice. So I think I will just listen to her, to what she has to say. Like, to be honest, he at this point really have nothing to ask her, so I will just keep quiet and gather information. I sharpen my other senses and try to keep a handle on the woman, my surroundings and everything else. Not a single piece of information must slip by me. But at that moment... Oh, never mind. Okay. Oh! Did sprite changed when we had this transition? I was drinking coffee and didn't realize, but for a second I felt like it changed. Bomb blast blows past me from one side. Maybe I was just seeing things. Don't worry about that. My bot automatically reacts faster than I can think. Okay, so now we are at the time when Ishtar as Iana was fighting him with the troops, basically, when she was like at the computer and like fighting with him. And after this, they became a pair. A human figure is projected at the edge of my field of vision. I face his sniper triangle, stretch my right arm straight out, and take aim. What a random place to make a cluster. Also, that would mean that Ishtar going back in time, but he is going in time, like forward in time. Right? Anyway. I'm holding my Desert Eagle, manufactured by the Israel Military Industries. It's a large-scale magnum pistol, nicknamed Hand Cannon. I don't remember really like timeline that well, so I thought like this happened after the drones that Ishtar saw in her road, but maybe I was wrong. Anyway, we'll see. Like, couple of these switches and I will know if we are going to the past or to the future. My fingertip lightly puts pressure on the modified featherweight trigger, which in turn pulls the spear spring. The hammer strikes the firing pin. Despite the fact that the pistol weighs over 2,000 grams, can you just set 2 kilograms? The massive recoil travels up the length of my arm with the impact of the sledgehammer. The rocking bolt is released, and the gun's slide vigorously recoils with the help of its gas-operated piston. As the fallen hammer returns to the place, the handgun ejects the oversized cartridge into the air, and the elf is down. A black hole pierces the chest of the elf I aimed at, and red sprays from his back, like an explosion, briefly curving miniature arcs through the air. The 50 caliber 430 grain hollow point bullet. Jesus, you nerd! With its initial velocity of 460 meters per second, explodes onwards as it penetrates its target due to the massive kinetic energy. Great! Like, but actually, like, this kind of information I would search. I actually searched information about like bullets and stuff when I was like making Umineko Furies. I needed this for like first Twilight of first episode and some others. With a bullet this size, placement hardly matters. The assailant has received a fatal wound, his bones breaking and his flesh scattering. I approached and examined my opponent. His appearance, with his shaved head and sunglasses, tells me everything I need to know. Christmas is over. He's one of the Code Breakers, the active force of the terrorist group Code. There's no doubt that he's my enemy. Interesting. They seems to not want to fight with he. Like as if they would be allies. He calls out to me with a desperate expression. Why? Does he plan on saying I surrender? Or is he now planning to beg for his life after seeing how his comrade died? He's wasting his breath. I will eliminate all who gets in my way. I point my Desert Eagle at the Codebreaker, who just called out to me. The first bullet hits his abdomen. The bullet pierces a hole that goes all the way through his back. Recoil throws off my perfect aim. The second shot goes slightly off target and hits his right elbow. It's still an instant kill. Or at very least, he's in a state where he's completely incapacitated. The gun has perfect man-stopping power. Large caliber handguns were never originally intended for the battlefield. The Desert Eagle was developed as a sports model for hunting, but you have Cyber Hand. Nevertheless, because of the gas powdered slide and because the barrel was designed to be fixed to the gunman's body, it's suited for undivided shooting. But where is this place? Its interior is a mess. Barren walls, burnt out lights, empty window frames, scattered fragments of furniture, a dust-covered floor. I can't be entirely certain, but I doubt this chaos was the result of the firefight from Ilir leader. Okay. It's likely just a trashed house that was abandoned by its owner some years back. It might only be a matter of time before it's completely destroyed. The fetid stagnant air in the room lingers with the laden presence of the cursed and unsolved feelings. It's the kind of place that excludes negative energy so strong, people might get the impression that it's haunted on the dark nights. Like someone or something could be hiding just on the other side of the pillars and shelves, waiting. But if something is hiding here, it wouldn't be a monster, just a codebreaker. Okay. And they aren't hiding very well. The simple fact is that I can see 3 of them in my field of vision. 2 of them are on my right. Their hands are lowering to their waists, probably so they can whip out their guns. The one directly in front of me has already drowned his out. Yeah, this is interesting. It's like they want to tell him that they are allies, like they worked together. I mean, they worked together in the Ishtar B when like he helped them steal data from Exarch, right? Ah. And Yumi, like Ishtar C, is also part of the code later, in the future. Huh. So he became earlier member, and Ishtar became later. Okay, actually Ishtar became Iana for the code. After Enlil, like, death, in quotes. Slaughter, I slaughtered the two on my right one by one with my Desert Eagle. I make short work of the one in front of me with the government, and in my left hand. God damn it, government, always government. 2 bullets to the abdomen and 1 to the head. This time I corrected the deviation caused by the recoil. If I hit them in the torso, then I don't have to worry about them fighting back. Then I thought straight to the other topics. I instinctively calculate my next plan of attack. The cold government, officially known as M19 something, just as the model number suggests, it was developed at the start of the 20th century. History lesson! The copyright expired a very long time ago, and so the one I'm using is a bootleg. Wow, really? It's a fact. Its stopping power comes from the powerful 45 caliber bullets that it uses. Its simple structure has been made even more so as part of the barrel has been removed. The slide recoils as it expels cartridges into rapid succession. Wait, what? Okay. Its simplicity has made maintenance easy. Even the American military used it as their official pistol for a long time, due to how it still functioned even under harsh conditions. But it's still a brilliant design. It's not an easy gun for the average person to shoot, the trigger is very heavy. I rapidly squeezed 3 rounds from the government, leaning the gun sideways so that the expelled cartridges fly downwards. I hit my target in the left side of the abdomen, blood seeps out of him. Something shiny finally catches my attention. Government's 45 ACP bullets, because of their weight and explosive volume, can't quite match the Desert Eagle initial velocity and penetration power. They are inferior to the popular 9mm Luger bullets in these aspects as well. But when they hit the target, the bullets don't penetrate much and transfer all their energy directly to the human body. The punch is more than enough to keep someone from moving. Okay. The gun's not perfect. You know, in order for the slide to support the gun barrel structure, its accuracy rate is much decreased, but I've had no problems with that so far. Okay. I line up the government in my left hand with my target nose. I mean, if you think Road D having a lot of trivia about stuff makes sense. Like, Hinata was talking about gods and the history and stuff. And here he talks again, but about guns and the history and stuff. I line up the government in my left hand with my target's nose. At the same time, I aim the Desert Eagle in my right hand at the 2 on my right. They've already started, but I can aim faster than they can. I blow out the left side of the face of the codebreaker right in front of me. Another bullet connects with the upper part of the man to the right chest. His neck bends to an angle that would normally be considered impossible and falls down on his back. The bullet must have pulverized his spine. A second later, a chill runs through me as if my abdomen has been pierced with the cold blade. My body tilts forward, and I have to lunge forward to keep my balance. Code breakers that were left have belatedly begun firing at me. But such a shoddy marksmanship won't hit me. The guy by the fallen code breaker whips out his pistol. Beretta. He holds it with both hands. I charge at him. The muzzle of his gun trembles, unsettling his aim. I take it he wasn't expecting me to do that. He strains his fingers and pulls the trigger. It's like... Not like they're like scared of him per se, but like they don't want to actually kill him. Ah. Shockwave brushes the hair on my head, but the bullet misses. Moving by reflex, my right arm sets its sights on the face of the person who shoot at me. My finger, which felt like it becomes one with my gun, automatically pulls the trigger. The gun retracted slide advances due to its two springs. I feel the clicking sensation of the locking bolt being released. My enemy's mirror, shaded sunglasses are shattered, and he began to fall backwards, as if he had been knocked over. I stop advancing and turn around. Okay. Another enemy is standing straight up, holding something behind his back. I immediately take a giant leap to the right. It's a machine gun. I land on my right elbow and shoulder, then turn to my face him. Machine gun. I just instantly think about like latest episode of Rewrite. Like goddamn it, like such a cool scene. I turn my now upright government towards the enemy. I immediately pull the trigger twice. The gun almost jumps out of my hand due to the recoil of the rapid fire, but I use all my might to keep my grip. The two cartridges fly before my eyes. The bullets once appear right above his solar plexus as the codebreaker begins to fall. Blood and sparks come sprouting out of him. Sparks. Has he been cybernized? See? That's what I was saying in Road B. Like, they're having sparks when being hit. Like, they were robots. We have robo-elves. I'm waiting for Santa. Bald Santa. There's no time to confirm that. 9mm bullets have spewing out of my opponent's machine gun as they futilely try to move down the air. I stand up and begin running again. My feet spring away from the concrete, leaving small fumes rising up from that spot. Even though I've killed so many code breakers, here their commanders shows no fear whatsoever. Comrades. Perhaps they've numbed their senses of numbed their sense of fear with drugs. Nevertheless, that's what the hell am I hoping to accomplish with this? She won't come back no matter how many of those guys I kill. Each kill is more meaningless than the last, and brings only more emptiness to freeze my heart. Even so, my body can't stop. Part of my consciousness calmly me assess how many bullets I have fired. Just 3 shots left in my Desert Eagle and another 3 in my government. And turn my head and confirm my enemy's position. The image of my enemies running toward me is reflected into my periphery. Aiming at my head with their Beretta, I reflexively crash down. I counter by rapidly firing 2 shots from my Desert Eagle. The recoil rushes into my abdomen, causing my internal organs to dance. One of my opponent's arms swings to and fro as he spins to the ground. The bullet that enters his left pectoral? Okay, so like from the chest, okay. May have shattered his shoulder blade. That's a big hole in the back. The bullet went straight through. Digital sparks scattered from it, as if they had been drawn with a paintbrush. Also, who's manufacturing them? This is very like also Like, they're like code breakers, they're from code, so code is like making them basically. But where is the factory? Like, who is helping them? Making like these guys, like their army basically. Huh. Sorry about this is abnormal. For something that's cyberized, this picture looks unnatural. Perhaps. This is cyberspace? If that's it, then was the sky that crumbled down earlier a programming bug? The two combatants to my left have taken traditional firing stances. Even though their allies have fallen right before their eyes, there is still no fear whatsoever on their faces. It's like they're automatons that can be rebuilt as many times as one likes. Is this place actually real, or is it virtual? I can't tell the difference. I hear the footsteps of several people coming from ahead. Are they enemy reinforcements? I can deal with many more people with my remaining ammo. Also, these guys only exist in the cyberspace if I'm correct. No, wait. No, sorry. Ishtar B actually, like, they fought with them in like real. Okay, never mind. I can deal with many more people with my remaining ammo. I return the government in my left hand to its holster at my waist. I press the vertical magazine catch with my right thumb, ejecting the magazine. Reach out my left hand to the front of my waist, take out fully of the magazine from the magazine pouch hanging from my belt, and load it into the desert eagle. Jesus. In the time I'm doing this, Codebreaker starts firing, but their aim is completely off the mark. I aim my Desert Eagle and intimidate them. Wait, maybe they are not... Wait, what if this is how Stormtroopers looks under the armor? Wait, they have similar aim, it seems. We're digging deep into like... Bald Elf Stormtroopers Fury. Yo, this is going deep. I am... Yeah, to intimidate. I reach my left hand out to the back of my waist. I fumble around another magazine pouch smaller than the last and procure a 45 ACP magazine. My hand slides to the government in my holster. My index finger clicks the magazine catch and I exchange the magazine for the one kept between my pinky and the ring fingers. I throw away the old magazine and take out the government. Oh, have we seen this CG before? No, there was no, not this CG, but there was like little similar CG like this before. He had his guns down and it was like in that facility or something. Anyway. They forgot glasses. Hey, these two guys don't have glasses. They're unique. There's three reinforcements. Their Berettas are all pointed at me. They've completely surrounded me in the circle. But they don't fire, possibly because they're planning to capture me alive. Yeah, like I said, they like kinda don't like they're not fearing him. They just try to like capture him for whatever reason. Like, they're afraid of killing him. And they try to talk to him like we are someone, like we're allies or something. This is very curious. In that case, I jump towards the front, where the most enemies await me. The 9mm bullets quickly go wide of the mark due to my sudden action. What if... Run out of money to make them with glasses. Okay. What if... Because, like, he also is like mostly cybernized, right? Only his like right arm is like have like muscles and stuff. That's what Ishtar said. What if he was the bald elf before? You know, like at some point in time, and he's like one of them, and then like reconstruct him to be like that. Like he's like special unit of bald elves. So he can escape like stormtrooper's course. Okay, I will just read, okay, sorry. 9mm bullets quickly go wide of the mark due to the sudden action. I land. So what about Hinata? I mean, Hinata became bald elf at some point and then became he. I land. I firmly grip the Desert Eagle and the government and turn around as I begin to pull the triggers. I center myself and spin in a circle. These cementing bullets in carefully calculated arcs, the codebreakers, are taken out one by one. Sparks come scattering out of the holes in their chests, their abdomens, their backs. I strain my ears. I don't hear any more footsteps coming this way. My hands unconsciously move towards my waist, and I place the guns in their respective holsters. It seems that this body knows that the battle is over. He goes back to the path to tell Hinata to awaken by going bald. I'm the only one alive among now those ruined codebreakers. Now that I think about it, what happened to that woman? If she was cut in that explosion, then she might be lying around here, but when I check my surroundings, I find nothing. This is... Okay, so... Okay, this is the... From Ishtar Road, from the Sea Road, this is the part when Ishtar was looking like from some place, like observing he fighting with the codebreakers. Yeah, there was something like this. She haven't spoke to him back then. She was just observing, okay. So this is not when like she was like as Iana fighting him in Exarch. Yeah, this is totally different. This is a different memory. Okay. Is she dead or is she alive? She might have gotten scared by all those bullets flying about and run away. Okay. A headache suddenly assaults me. Is that due to the extreme fatigue? Because of the relief. I feel now that all the enemies have been eliminated. The pain of which I was temporarily conscious grows more and more intense. Okay, let's see. Where are we going now? Oh! Okay. Foxhole. So let's see how this will go. This is the part when Ishtar tells he that Enlil is dead. At least like in her version of going back again in time. Or something. This is when they are like in bed. Suddenly awake. It's morning. Wait, when did I fall asleep? Did I lose consciousness in that fight? There are no corpses or any other signs of battle in the area around me. Even the place itself is different, my memory being cut off again. See, like, this scene is supposed to happen after that fight, I think. Because they were not friendly, like, he and Yumi were not friendly in the previous scene, but in this scene they should be friendly. So, it's like he's going from the furthest memory to the present. Or something. Maybe. Which is weird. But I kind of think that's the case? Maybe? For whatever reasons? I don't know. Kind of confused. But... maybe I'm just totally wrong and this is actually going into the past. I don't know what he's doing. Even the place itself is different, my memory being cut off again. For now it appears I'm alive. But it doesn't feel real here. Is it just a dream? Am I really existing right here, right now? No matter how hard I try, I can't get that question off my mind. Can I trust my senses? Open and close my fingers? I can't. My sense of touch feels questionable. And strangely off-kilter. Carefully take off my white leather gloves. Even so, I can see very well. Is there something wrong with my eyes? I scratch out my hand, and my fingertips crawl up my cheeks. I feel a hard foreign body substance Glasses? I push them up, okay. Weird behavior. My field of vision becomes bright. When I lower them again, I'm used to the sensation. It seems that I wear those mirror sunglasses every day, so I cannot read without them. Or something. They are just part of the elves. This is like the last remaining part of the elf you. Perhaps they're the anti-flash shades. I slowly take them off again and try looking one more time. I can see a crevice at the boundary between my left wrist and palm. There's a thin artificial line. I force my left fingertips to run parallel to that line, and as I crawl it up, it can't be. Okay, so he discovers now, like, he forgot that he's been cybernized. Okay. He's recreating the Terminator scene, basically, when Arnold took off his hand and, like, showed his, like, hand, basically. There's no doubt that it's a laboratory constructed artificial hand made of ceramic, metal, and organic plastic. I instinctively began to remove the bandages wrapped around my left arm. It reveals a mechanic arm, still in the middle of being repaired. Oh, okay. This arm is artificial. If that's the case, then am I actually human, or I'm just convinced that I am? I don't even know what my own appearance looks like. I run my hand down my face. For a man, I don't have any masculine features. This is similar to Ishtar, like when she, like Yumi, basically. When she first, like, was going back, she didn't knew how she looks, and that triggered the block. Because she forgot she's Yumi. And here, like, Hinata forgot he's he. Anyway. So they basically both forgot their original selves. If you think about this. Yeah. I think we can say that. They both forgot their original self. For the time being. I don't have any facial hair. As for the hair on my head, it hangs down from my back so that it doesn't get in the way. I believe it's commonly known as swept back hair. My face feels like it's flesh and blood, but I'm not getting my hopes up. There's no positive proof after all. Saying proof that I'm real, I disrobe the upper half of my body and look down on my chest. There are many cruel scars sewed into it. There are new ones with bandages wrapped around them, stained with tickles of blood. For now I can feel relieved. Yep, that's the scene. If I were a machine, then I would have exchanged that section with new parts, and there would be no way I could have wounds like this. I've confirmed that, at the very least, that part of me is flesh and blood. I have a physical body, I'm living. In the crevices of my now relieved heart, another strange thought worms its way into my brain. When did I obtain a body? That's a good question. I want to know when it happened too. Like, was you like, I don't know, operated like part by part, like you lost hand and they added you the hand, like, and stuff, or in general you went like through some kind of procedure and they just changed as much as they could. Whoever did that. I have no memories of my past, of when I was born, of my parents, or of my boyhood days. I just know that I lost someone important. That's why I must have revenge, no matter what. It's the only vivid thing in my mind. And there's Ishtar waking up, yep. Yo! Okay. That's the gameplay right here. One familiar is sleeping right next to me, jutting out from the bed and looking like she could fall at any moment. Her eyebrows are scratched close together, and she moans as if she's in pain. She's probably having a nightmare. But why was she sleeping with me? She's not someone I know, that's what I think. But from all present appearances, it seems that we have a very close relationship. I don't know this woman's name. Nevertheless, not only did I sleep in the same room as her, but I also let my guard down around her. The woman's stretching her hand out. It seems she's waking up. She gropes the top of the bed. She's looking for something. She springs up, predictably startled. I reach for my hips on reflex, trying to grab my weapons. But the guns that should have been holstered there are gone. I trust her to the point that I let myself become completely unarmed around her. Yep. Yeah, that's a little different, CG. The instant I look at her, relief and sadness light up on her face. Something shining forms at the corner of her eyes. Was she the one who treated the wounds on my chest? She suddenly embraces me. My hands, which are extended to grab my guns, stop halfway. Yeah, this is the CG we remember. As a result, I accept the woman and embrace her. The smell of adrenaline fills my nasal cavities. Smell? If I can really smell, then it seems like this nose is fresh as well. Okay, so basically they both traveling through the same timeline, but like separate minds. Like they meet at the same point in time, but each of them have different memory of traveling, and they're not aware of each other. Like they're not aware that the other one can travel in time. Like he is oblivious like as fuck in general right now, and Ishtar at this point knows that she's traveling through time, but he's oblivious to this fact for now, it seems. This is such a weird interaction between characters. Huh. Alright, I'm perceives the woman's weight and body's temperature. And so here I am, gently comforting this woman, whose name I don't know. But the sensors in my left arm relentlessly analyze her current condition. A fluctuation in stress, pulse rate, respiratory rate, and perspiration? The fuck are this? Perspiration? Some kind of medical thing. Are displayed in real time as numerical units in my field of vision. The computer connected to some part of my cerebellum informs me that there's 98% chance that this woman's behavior is genuine. Damned use this polygraph. Okay, yeah, so this is like definitely her going through the timeline here. She reaches like this part. She's been looking for him. Just ambiguous words, but that may be due to the damaged memory. Maybe I was in an accident and as a result my brain was digitized and part of my body were replaced by machines. I mean, this is kind of theory for your real body, right? Like you died or something and you got digitalized and like you are now in cyberspace and Ishtar too. And also... Wait. I just thought about something. This is going back to Fury with Hinata wrote. Like when I said like Hinata maybe had some kind of like accident and they like make him survive because like they added like this like chip in his brain and that's why like he get hacked and stuff and see things. What if Hinata body actually in A Road is also the same? Like he survived like actually some kind of accident, but that was way worse. Hinata is just not aware of this. And he's actually like he. So he already have like cyber arm and stuff, but he doesn't know that. Hinata never been wounded in Road A. Oh no, he was, but that was in the cyberspace in the Shamash body. So it doesn't count. Huh. Anyway, that's a random thought. Right now I can deny what she's saying. Rather than doing that, it might be better to ask her to fill in the blanks my memories. Uh-huh. Once the one body stops trembling, she separates herself from me and tells me her name. Also, I'm very curious also, but this is also a question why, so we don't know yet. Like, why Yumi decided to tell he that she's Ishtar and not Yumi, which, like, he met before in the high school days. Curious. Actually, never mind. In this okay, never mind. In this timeline, Ishtar, who's traveling through time here, still doesn't remember she's Yumi. So she calls herself Ishtar because that's natural. Never mind. My bad. I'm getting, like, overthinking stuff. Once the one body stops trembling, she separates herself from me and tells me her name. Ishtar. Somewhere within the domains of my memories, the name echoes like beautiful music. Okay. Babylonian goddess, rule few. Yeah. Oh, that's new. She's a in the myth. Most famous among them is the descent of the goddess Ishtar into the lower world. Oh my god, a lot of lore. Descent of the goddess. The myth regarding Ishtar visit the elder sister. Oh, Eresh! That's her sister! The blind sister. Eresh. In order to save her deceased husband Tammuz. To meet her sister, Ishtar must enter the underworld by crossing 7 gates. For each of the 7 gates Ishtar crosses, the gatekeeper strips off an article of clothing or ornament from her in accordance with the rules of the underworld. When Ishtar finally arrives, she is fully naked, which enrages and Eresh Kigal, leading her to kill Ishtar by locking her away in the underworld. I'm probably overthinking this, but let's say the cyberspace that we are right now, I assume, is underworld. And like the gates are maybe like this like transitions. Basically, like we're going past in time, so each travel is like one gate. I'm just like trying to make connection here, random connections. But what may be the price then here? On the other hand, that could mean also that Eresh ultimately like made Ishtar to actually hold Ishtar in this underworld. I don't know. Anyway, Eresh Kigal, queen of the underworld in both Sumerian and Babylonian mythology. She's also the wife of the god of death Nergal, and the older sister of Ishtar, the god of love. I wonder if like Eresh actually been with Nergal. Huh. I wonder if this actually correlates to like real that happened. Now we understand why Nergal gave her his ball. Is it because like, hey, my wife died and she wanted like you to have this or something? Like Nergal treats Ishtar like a family basically or something. Something like that? That's why Nergal gave the ball to Ishtar? I meant to Eresh. Ah, oh, okay, yeah, because he gave this to Eresh, and Eresh gave it to Ishtar. True. I confused that again. So Nergal gave the digital version of he and Yumi to Eresh. I don't know. Is this love related somehow? White Album 2 episodes draining me too much with thinking about the relationships. Like, I don't know, it was a wedding present. She's also the wife of the god of death, Nergal. Yeah, god of death. Persisted over the underworld. Also, the bad ending too we had in the previous episode, in the End of the Road C, it was called Death, God of Death, I think, as well. That's interesting, actually. Nergal is a god of death. Death of a god, okay. Anyway, I will just continue reading. I'm still confused about like Nergal and Eresh. What like him being god of death is like supposed to mean something. I'll think of this maybe later. I don't know if that I don't know if I will need this, like to know this, but maybe I will just understand this in some other way at some point. I see. If she's just like she's just as the myths say, then she certainly might be a suitable partner for me. It wouldn't be strange in this kind of situation. Of course, I still need to be on my guard. She's exactly what I predicted. Okay, so Ishtar basically knows that he have no memory here, it seems. And she's like explaining stuff to him. Interesting. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, huh? At the very least. And she's saying that we are allies right now. Of course, I also must question whether or not her words are really the truth. Uh-huh. Ishtar grabs the pendant around her neck. Remember what it is that you really should be doing. As if her words were some kind of trigger, an image appeared right before my eyes. The image is just a full moon. What's so important about it? Just as I try to ask Ishtar this, the moon starts to wane. It feels like I'm suffocating, like I've been submerged underwater. Awaken to your purpose? What? The black sea erodes the moon and the darkness begins to turn red. Yep, and now he have flashbacks of Mutsuki. The moon floating in midair is red. The sky, the world, everything is dyed with blood. And now he remembers. Was that the end of the world? Or was it someone else? Oh, flashbacks from Hinata Road, I think. Or maybe not. That flashed too hard. A rooftop. The stench of iron, death, a dark crimson, a pond, me, someone else, the moon, Clover, a silver light. Yeah, Clover then... Yeah, Clover is from Road A. Words with no clear connection rise up. Words with no clear connection rise up. One after another and then disappear. I mean, if this is like a future conscious, then that would make sense if he have like some kind of like memories from like early Hinata Road, basically. Like, it makes sense. Because, like, he did what Hinata did before. That's his past, basically. When I came to my senses, the image has disappeared. My furious heartbeat has completely calmed down. Just what the hell was all this just now? Ishtar once again calls out to me, saying what appears to be my name. Okay. What does she mean? Wasn't Ishtar herself the one who said that we had a mutual enemy? Okay, that's a text that did not appear on the sea road, I think. Or I just don't remember. Interesting. If you kill them. Okay. Them, like who? Like Anaoki in general? He's fighting the Messiah. Sudden migraine assaults me. My vision is stained dark crimson again. That's certainly true. Even if I kill that son of a bitch, it won't bring her back. But if that's the case, then where is the justice in this? In the first place, is Ishtar telling me the truth? Is it alright to trust her when I only have circumstantial evidence? To try to confirm the validity of her information, I head to the nearby computer. But the second I try to connect to the net... Hi! Fancy meeting! What is this? Oh, whoa! Okay, we have... Okay. This is the version of Lem that is not from Babylon, right? I think from her reactions. This is the version of Lem that appeared during He Attack on the Exarch servers. This is not the one that's shadowing the Babylon. A Fairy of Babylon. I think like in the one in the Babylon is like more calm and stuff, and this one is like more like jumpy. Ancient Kingdom that prospered during the ancient Mesopotamia. This is where the virtual world RPG Babylon gets its name. That's supposed to be Mutsuki's shadow, based on what the way she talks. Yeah, but the one in the Babylon, the one in the Exarch was like Ishtar thought it's her sister. That's what Ishtar had like a feeling of from Lam. It resembles reality, and yet is full of unreal pleasures, corruption, thrills, and suspense. Tagline is another reality that's not real. Babylon was created in 2027 by its managers at the hacker group Anaoki. The creator and leaders were Anu, Ea, and Enlil, each named after the gods of ancient Babylonia. Lem? Fairy type Shadow that serves the unofficial mascot for Babylon. Shadow. He don't remember anything. Jesus. Wait. Elves. Means shade. Derived from the Old English words skidao. In psychology, it refers to the vulgar and brutal impulses of the person that they themselves don't realize exist, but they are always subconsciously trying to suppress. Ah. In the RPG Babylon, it refers to the other player virtual self. As I go through the topic after topic, the information seems to just flow into my head piece by piece. It seems like the biocomputer in my head is wirelessly linking to the workstation here and giving me direct connection to the network. Okay, maybe this is actually Lem that is Mutsuki's shadow. This is the one from Babylon. I thought it's the other one. But she called her Ishi, So maybe not?
そういうことじゃなくて
Hard to tell, god damn it. We had that other lamb only... Okay. Ishtar begins desperately moving things around, searching for something. At that moment, I realized that I left my guns at my bedside. I quickly retrieved them.
だってレム寂しかったんだもんバビロンから
Yeah, this is the version that is Shadow
前はとっても賑やかだったのに
inside the Babylon. This is not the one from the Exarch.
全部 X マークのせいなんだからね
Exarch? That was supposed to be Exarch. What do you mean?
それを言うなら X アークでしょ
Yeah,
そう X アークレムちゃんと知ってたもん
of course.
はいはい
Exarch equal Greek word for the based on the Latin word transcendent leader. She's doing her best. Also an international enterprise nicknamed XCO that's in 2029 lent a helping hand to Babylon, which was having trouble maintaining its enlarging infrastructure at the time. What time is it now though? Like in this memory? What year? That was also a question in Road C. Like, we don't know, like, timeline in general here. Like, how many years passed and stuff. Because the cards don't say it. It has since expanded extensively into all sorts of ventures, particularly centered around computer networks, search engines, security, etc. They also have academic ambitions. Classification ranking 5A-A, market credibility extremely high. I see. Then what's the relationship between Babylon and the Exarch? Due to Exarch investment of funds and technical support, the number of Babylon's players skyrocketed. But because it wasn't profiting, Exarch dissolved its online game division in 2013. 2030. Okay. So, year after they actually supported this, 2029, they gave a helping hand, and then they dissolved their branch. Okay. Even since then, Babylon has been independently managed by the volunteer player group IDOC.
怒ってる人もいっぱいいるよみんなレムと同じでバビロンが大好きなんだ
Okay. Angry people. Oh, of course these are angry people. Of course they are angry people. The organization known as COLD has repeatedly opposed Exarch from intervening with networks via cyber terrorism to attacks the real world. I really am grateful at how I can download information with bated thoughts. Even though I've lost my memories and my personal experiences, I can still understand the current situation because of this. But even with this ability, I still have no idea what anyone else is thinking.
あれ
The fairy tilts her head.
どうしたの
Ishtar stops searching and turns around.
こんにちはヒーさん
Okay. Hi, Ea. You ominous being of a dead person, like you're a shadow. We know that. All of a sudden, a young woman appears in the middle. Who is she? Just where did she come from?
あなたは部屋様
Okay. Huh? Both Ishtar and Lem knows this woman?
彼に何の用
Yeah, she doesn't like her. The woman Ea throws a sharp scroll at Ishtar.
私はヒーさんに話があるのです邪魔をなさらないで
Okay.
エア様ずるいレムだってヒー君とお話ししたいよ
With a Hebe. Ea takes no notice of this furiously flapping furry and looks only at me.
あなたは私と同じようにバビロンにいるのです
Okay, so you're saying that he is a shadow and this is a Babylon. Okay, so we travel through time inside the Babylon. Okay. Let's come down. Same virtual RPG that the hacker group Anarchy created. And there was the god of water. I'm a member of the Anarchy. Then this place, this world that I thought up until now, be reality actually virtual space. If I think that way, then it certainly would explain a lot of things. The crumbling sky, the suddenly changing scenery, the gaps in my memory. Okay. Okay, the transition from digital to the real world. That's right. In the first place, Tokyo was an orderly city. Full of bright, beautiful parks. Of course, on the flip side, there were probably people who had done things worthy of guilt there too. But the majority of them were virtuous citizens who lived peacefully. It was completely different from the city I saw, which had no order whatsoever to speak of. And above all else, this rain. It's always raining, painting this world in the shades of grey. But the current Tokyo is... How do you know the current Tokyo? There were no elves in Tokyo. Yeah, true. Tokyo sky image. Perhaps the blue sky doesn't reach this far? This hazy rainy world, where order has decadently collapsed, is suitable for the game World of Babylon. Stop messing with me. Stop messing with me. I mean, technically she's right if she's talking to the imaginary child. Because for them, the cyberspace basically is real. So, technically correct for some people. Yeah, having anticipated my thoughts, say this.
それは圧倒的な事実としてもう一つの世界に必然的に浸透していく。
This other world. Okay.
ありえない。あってはいけない。
Why are you scared? What? And this other world will begin to spread and overwhelm reality.
エア様の言うことは本当。
All of them are I see. Okay.
一つになる。
True. True, right. God damn it. True. You're right. The worlds will become one. Okay.
対立は終わり、リアルかバーチャルかの区別など意味がなくなるのよ。
Confrontation will end. So, it's like code, because code are like doing stuff for imaginary children. Like, they try to like, I don't know, like eliminate humanity and like they try to like put everyone inside the Babylon so they can just live inside the virtual space. So even if like, I don't know, planet dies, they still live or something, I don't know. They're weird. What's a virtual will become reality? The two words will become one. That's complete bullshit. Eye! The eye! What's the eye? Who's the eye? God damn it. I need to think about the eye. The eye is like just... like the eye is peak. What's the eye? It's a single possibility, but it's not impossible.
もう抗うの。一緒にこの世界の発展のために貢献すべきだと思わなくて。
To contribute your services to the development of this world alongside me. As she says this, Aya points her finger at me.
それにここはサイバースペースはもともとあなた自身の空間。
Interesting. Your own personal space. Okay. At instant, torrents of information flow into me. Entering the Matrix. An elusive being observing the world that appears in unexpected places, at unexpected times, from Tokyo to New York to Berlin to Cairo to Sydney. He has performed miracles in all sorts of places that are connected to networks. Okay. It is said there is no defensive wall that he cannot tear down, and that he doesn't leave a single trace of his intrusions. He doesn't even post a single message on the net forum. Even acceptation of the surveillance cameras, all eyewitnesses have been reported to have been met with unthinkable accidents and incidents. No hackers and not even Cyberforce have been able to catch he. Uh-huh. Since the very beginning, for whatever reasons. God of Cyberspace, yep, we knew these titles. Fictional being on the net, yep, we also established that he only appeared in the cyberspace, he never appeared in like Hinata Road or Ishtar Road, like in person. So we assume he only exists in the cyberspace. That's impossible, I'm right here. Totally not Hinata. That can be. He eyewitness testimonies. He protected me from the stalker on the net. When I released a virus I made as a prank, he said stop, this is your last warning, and deleted all the parental data. And my other data was... If you oppose he will send you an email that says you can't escape my gaze. Eventually you will start hearing a voice, even in real life, and hear footsteps creeping up from behind you. Have we seen the message you can't escape my gaze in any road? It could be like, I feel like it could happen in road A or road B. Either like Ishtar could get this on her PC, or Hinata could like have this on his phone. But I'm just like making shit up right now, so I don't know. Just questioning my memory. I won't do that ever again. What's more, there's been no one who's seen him. My cousin's friend said she met he in real life, but she won't introduce me to him no matter how many times no matter how times I ask. That's the mistranslation. There's an infinite amount of rumor-laden stories, but there's not one reliable instance of anyone having actually encountered he in real life. There are also rumors that his true identity is the master hacker known as the Prophet Isaiah. Okay, I think that was also mentioned somewhere. But even at the times when the latter was inactive, things that could only be attributed to he occurred. And there are countless impostors who call themselves he. It's clear that they are just attention whores who gotten themselves arrested, their hacking skills clearly not matching up to those of the legendary he. The first I see. Oh, okay. Do I have the substance? Do I not exist? I compare my outward appearance to the many pictures of he on the net. Much. All of the information supports a statement. If that's the case, just who is me that's right here, right now? Did I shed my physical body? And when? Or did I really never have a physical body to begin with? In the sense of touch in my fingertips, just pseudo data that was created on the computer? I never thought about this. I mean, like, he's clearly Hinata, okay? Like, I don't think, like, I will change that now, but, like, I didn't thought about that, like, someone could, like, create, basically, a program from scratch and use this, like, terabyte storages things to, like, keep them there. And they just think they're real when they're just programs. They're not even nulls. They're just, like, freshly baked programs. Never thought about that could maybe be possible in the future or something. But it was Hinata in that one scene. Yeah. As the beginning is the being I call myself just a fake.
しっかりして。あなたは現実に存在するのよ。
Okay, you start affirming him. Okay.
そのことは私がよく知ってるわ。
Yeah, you both were alive in the future, we know. She clings to me, as if she's trying to demonstrate that my sense of touch actually is real. But is her weight, what I can feel through my arm, actually real? Or is it also nothing more than the data? Save. Obviously I'm not trusting Ea, okay? The trust the information is right, but... It's true that all the information only points to me being virtual being. Logically, I should acknowledge Ea words as being correct, but there's no way in hell that I'm fake. I'm right here. It's just false data. Then why did she die? If she's saying that the sadness and rage I felt at losing her was also a lie, I won't accept that. I can't accept that. I'm right here and I will avenge her. I can say with confidence that there's a proof I exist. Suddenly, Ea's expression disappears.
そう。それが答えなのね。
Yes. It seems she's somehow been able to read my will, full of refusal.
私の世界を破壊しようとするなら。
My word, even further. Ah. My word. Okay. Ea seems to be like the big bad boss at the end, ultimately, not Enlil. The scene before my eyes is suddenly distorted.
ヒーさん。あなたを排除します。
I shall eliminate you. Okay. Good luck, I'm a legend. Try me. Why it reminds me of Muramasa CG with Hikaru holding an earth. Just like mirror image, put Hikaru and earth on her belly or whatever that was. Who watched Muramasa? I don't know. Okay, so we're gonna fight with air. Noise runs through the small furry's body. And she's gone. She fades and disappears as if a sandstorm had run through her and erased her. Okay. Ishtar shouts echo bitterly. In the darkness, evil spirits of rivers and mountains run rampart. This is bad, bad, bad. My body moves faster than I can think. I pull all my power into the grips of my guns and quickly take aim. And we travel again. To some unfamiliar place. Oh no, this is the same place. Or at least I try, but in an instant, the word image changes yet again. It's my familiar room. Okay. Huh. Interesting. I wonder if Ea is going to be actually the main bad boss here. Ea who tried to attack me vanished, so we again time skipped. Didn't travel much. Yeah, it's the same room. I mean, in a sense, like when Ishtar was traveling, she went to the same place twice as well, and that was quite in different times, so I wonder what's the deal with this. Anyway, I think that's it for this episode. I think we're going to see what happened after like Era vanished and stuff in the next episode. So yeah, thank you for watching, thank you for being with me. I forgot to put my key bindings for stuff that should appear on screen right now, but anyway, thank you for watching. I will see you in the next episode. So let me know in the comments what do you think about the D-Road, about he, what is happening. I don't know. So yeah, thank you for watching. Click the like button if you liked the episode, subscribe for more, check my Discord, and become a member if you'd like to support me and this episode still here. Thank you once again, and from Pocket Watch is going out.